The psychological villain. Reggie Miller was the most prominent NBA villain of the 1990s. Reggie Miller was known as the Knick Killer in New York. With an average of 18.2 points per game over the course of an 18-year career, all with Indiana. He was that player who makes the arenas quiet. New York was the one who felt his villain act the most. In the fourth quarter of Game 5 of the 1994 Eastern Conference Finals, Miller scored 25 points. He stared down on Spike Lee, hit jumper after jumper, and made the choking sign. Almost immediately, Madison Square Garden became hostile. During Game 1 of the 1995 semifinals, he went on to perform the most villainous act in the history of the NBA playoffs, thereby scoring 8 points in the final 8.9 seconds to steal a win from the Knicks. He shot 39.5% from three, which was an elite stat for players of his era. He went on to have a physical altercation with Michael Jordan in 1993 and a push-off in 1994. Miller gave Michael Jordan a shove so he could make the game-winning three-pointer. Bulls fans, who think a foul should have been called, still view it as a villainous moment, even though Pacers fans considered it a legendary move. The emotional antagonist. Joakim Noah's abrasive playing style often affects both the opposing team and their entire fan base. With a total of 672 games played, he averaged 8.8 points, 9.0 rebounds and 2.8 assists per game over his 13 seasons in the NBA. He was that player who was comfortable yelling at refs, teammates, and even the crowds. During the playoff series in 2010, he went on to attack Cleveland as a team, stating he had never heard anyone saying they were going to Cleveland for vacation. In 2011, he was fined $50,000 for using an anti-gay slur toward a Miami fan. He also had back and forth with LeBron James, calling him arrogant, stuttering, and arrogant. He spent most of the time in his face for no good reason. Noah is famously known for that negative energy, and he often makes it known that he seeks pleasure when he boos. However, in 2014 with the Bulls, he averaged 12.6 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists, where he finished fourth in the MVP voting, All-NBA First Team, and went on to win the Defensive Player of the Year. In that very season, he ran offense like it was no one's business. He guarded wings and center while giving the nasty talk on the court. The interior bully. Zach Randolph was that player who went on from a villain troublemaker to a fierce player on the court. He averaged 16.6 points and 9.1 rebounds over the course of 17 seasons in the NBA. During practice while he was with the Trailblazers, he went on to punch Ruben Patterson, who happens to be his teammate, causing him a fractured eye socket. It was a severe situation where he went hiding for days, but he was later fined $100,000 and also suspended for 2 games. And in 2009, while playing for the Los Angeles Clippers, he was suspended for another 2 games after he went on to punch Phoenix Suns forward Louis Amundsen in the jam during a game. He also had another similar encounter in 2014, where he punched Steven Adams in the jam during Game 6 of a playoff series against the Oklahoma City Thunder. As much as he had on-court villain cases, off-court he was nowhere better. In 2010, he had drug trafficking allegations, and in 2017, while he was with the Sacramento Kings, he was arrested for marijuana possession. He seems not to ever get tired of getting involved in situations. Talent without control. Andrew Bynum was defined by his flagrant fouls and his disruptive behavior. In 2009, he hit Gerald Wallace with a hard, flagrant foul during a game against the Charlotte Bobcats, thereby causing Wallace to sustain a cracked rib and a partially collapsed lung. But it didn't end there. During Game 4 of the 2011 Western Conference semifinals with the Lakers against the Dallas Maverick, during the game, he gave a mid-air elbow to J.J. Barry's ribs, which after the game, he was ejected immediately and was suspended for the first 5 games of the following season, and also fined $25,000. Few months before the Barrier incident, he was suspended for another 2 games for a similar situation, where he had another unnecessary hard foul on Gael Beasley of Minnesota. Despite his dangerous gameplay, he went on to win 2 championships with the Lakers, where he contributed real minutes via rim protection and rebounds in the 2009 and 2010 seasons. Coach Mike Brown famously benched him during his tenure with the Lakers because he made ill-advised and unplanned three-pointers during games, which was seen as a violation of the team's structure. Unfortunately for Bynum, injuries and attitude ended his momentum in the league. If you're enjoying this, subscribe and drop a like. Thanks. The control villain. Chris Paul's villain reputation in the NBA is built on a long history of ultra-competitive gamesmanship that frequently transcends into what players and fans call dirty play. In 2018, Paul and Rondo got into a fistfight during a Rockets and Lakers game after Paul accused Rondo of spitting on him. In Twinkle, Paul jabbed Rondo in the eye, eliciting several punches. The NBA strikes him with 2-game suspension. In 2019, he was faced with multiple fines, including $35,000, after an official confrontation with Scott Foster. He was also faced with numerous allegations of undercutting players in midair, with one of his notable acts being with Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 2021 Finals. In 2022, he kicked Alvarado in the groin and attracted a flagrant 1 foul to himself. Some of his tactics and antics include snitching, locker room tension, foul baiting, and flopping. The defensive disruptor, Rudy Gobert. In 2024, he was fined $100,000 for displaying a money gesture to an official, which meant they were influenced by betting. And in 2024, he received another fine of $75,000 for an unprofessional gesture towards an official during the Western Conference semifinals. During the 2019 to 2020 season of the league, he went on to disregard the COVID-19 rules and mockingly touched the microphone of each reporter during a press conference. And in 2 days later, he was the first player to test positive to the COVID-19 virus, which led to the 2019 to 2020 season indefinite suspension. Gobert punched teammate Kyle Anderson during a second-quarter timeout huddle in a pivotal regular season finale. He was sent home right after and was not allowed to play in the Timberwolves' next play-in game. He did another villain act in 2025, giving an airborne Mark Williams a vicious, non-basketball elbow during a game against the Charlotte Hornets, and with immediate effect, he was sent off. He has a total of 9 flagrant fouls, 15 technical fouls, and 2 ejections. The reckless villain. Grayson Allen, his contentious collegiate career at Duke, which was characterized by a habit of tripping incidents and high-profile flagrant fouls, is directly reflected in his NBA reputation. He averaged 10.9 points per game during the course of his career, thereby shooting 38% from 3. In 2019, his early days during his time with the Memphis Grizzlies, Allen was dismissed from a summer league game after incurring 2 flagrant fouls in short succession, foreshadowing that his aggressive approach would transcend from college to the pro league. While playing for the Milwaukee Bucks in 2022, Allen committed a flagrant 2 penalty after snatching Alex Caruso out of the air during a fast break. Caruso's tumble resulted in a fractured wrist, which sidelined him for over 2 months. The Bucks publicly disagreed with Allen's 1-game suspension. In 2025, during an NBA Cup quarterfinal against the Oklahoma Thunder, he was ejected after he shoved hard on Chet Holmgren. After review, he was given a flagrant 2. He presently has 6 flagrant fouls, 5 technical fouls, and 2 ejections. His lack of remorse makes a capital villain. The enemy-era star. Jimmy Butler is that player who easily gets into his villain character whenever it is needed. His most notable deed occurred on October 10, 2018, when he sought a trade from the Timberwolves. He returned to practice and went on to bully the starters while playing with 3 stringers. Following years of being the face of Heat culture, Butler's relationship with the organization disintegrated during the 2024 to 2025 season, leading to his trade to Golden State in February 2025. A prelude to the fallout happened during a game against the Warriors, when Butler, Eric Spoelstra, and Udonis Haslem were separated on the bench due to a heated shouting dispute. His most recent suspension occurred when he walked out of a shoot-around after being notified that he would be sent to the bench. This suspension has caused him a total of $5.6 million in salary loss. The annoying winner. Kyle Lowry understood flopping in combative relationships. He went on to average 14.0 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.2 rebounds for his career. These numbers didn't show or tell how much of a chaos he caused on the court. Lowry was booted from a 2018 exhibition game after collecting 2 technical fouls for constantly clashing with officials, demonstrating that his villainous competitive edge never goes away. Opponents hated guarding him on the court because at times he is always unstoppable. In 2022, he was dismissed from a game against the Portland Trail Blazers after collecting 2 technical fouls, the second of which was for violently throwing a basketball at a game official in an unprofessional way. The NBA went on to introduce new in-game penalties for flopping in 2023, with many commentators and fans referring to the rule as the Kyle Lowry rule because of his frequent embellishment of contact to generate fouls. Despite his villain style, he has helped lead the Raptors to their first championship, averaging 15 points and 6.6 assists in the playoffs. In Game 6 of the finals, he scored 11 points in the first quarter, setting the tone early. Presently, he has a total of 105 technical fouls and 10 ejections, which he accumulated during his play in Toronto Raptors, Miami Heat, and 76ers. The Garden Villain. Trey Young is one of those players who have fully embraced his villain identity. His primary villain actions occurred at the Madison Square Garden, MSG, when he transitioned from a budding star into an iconic nemesis for New York fans. He averages 26.5 points, 10.2 assists on court. He made a notable switch during his second season. Young controlled games with patience and range. In his debut postseason series, Young calmed a raucous MSG crowd by scoring a game-winning floater in Game 1 and putting a finger to his lips to quiet them. After defeating the Knicks in Game 5, he took a theatrical bow at center court, telling reporters, "I know what they do when the show is over." And during the NBA Cup in December 2024, Young celebrated by teasingly rolling dice over the Knicks' center court emblem. This was a prearranged ploy meant to further enrage the home audience. He was a menace, and he couldn't care less about the consequences. In March 2024, he received a $100,000 fine for making a money gesture at an official, which was interpreted as biased officiating. He openly accused referees of having a personal beef with him in February 2025. He has a total of 89 technical fouls, 1 flagrant foul, and 4 ejections. These are every NBA villain explained. Lovers of NBA, there you have it. Let me know in the comment section which of these villains made the NBA fun to watch. I'll be in the comment. Don't forget to like and share this video.